Welcome to the Rite Cleveland Marathon.
He's everywhere.
How you doing, Art?
How you doing, Mark? What's happening here in Cleveland? How long you been doing? How you doing long in business in Cleveland now?
Good. It's probably about our 5th or 6th year here.
Good. It looks like it. Well, obviously you keep returning. Must be good.
As well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your current streaks now in Boston now?
Boston, I'm at
42. Amazing. Any streaks in Ohio?
Down in Ohio.
Okay. Just being at this booth, right? 5 years in a row.
One of my favorite places to go in the whole world is Niagara Falls. And what's better than to go to the Niagara Falls Marathon? We're here with John Henning, who can tell us all about one of the world's great races. Maybe the best finish line ever.
It's absolutely gorgeous, Jenny. As you know, you've been coming there for years, and it finishes right at the brink of Niagara Falls. And we've been trying to actually introduce that experience to, now we've got 1,000 kids, as you may know, in our kids run. These kids run for 25 miles from the start of their school year up until the date of our race, and then race day they run their 26-mile right to that famous Niagara Falls horseshoe Niagara Falls in the falls. Sorry. And they get to finish at the same place that all of the other marathon runners do. Our half marathon participants all finish there. Our 5 and 10K participants finish there as well. And this year we're actually trying to introduce a new experience. We have actually, we introduced it for the first time last year. We only had a few runners, but we're really promoting it this year, and that's our two-person relay. What we've done is we have a two-leg, two-person relay now, where what we're doing is, for the first leg of our race, where we've got a U.S. sort of flag-based emblem or medal for the first leg runners, and then we have a Canadian sort of based flag for the second leg of our marathon. And what we're trying to do is encourage people to come back next year and reverse the positions and get both halves of their medal. As you see, they link together. So that's actually the newest thing that's part of our marathon this year.
Well, you know, that's really a cool idea, because one of the things I always think about is how the half marathoners really don't get that great start in Buffalo. Tell us about that.
Well, it is, and it's a beautiful start, as you know. It's at the Albright Knox Art Gallery. That's a world-class art gallery. They got some beautiful contemporary art in there. They open the doors for us every year, try to get us, if we do get a little bit of bad weather, and occasionally we do up there. They open the doors for us. We've got room in there for about 1,500 runners. And we have a little jazz band in there, and we just really try to make it comfortable. And as I said, it's an absolutely gorgeous, world-class art gallery. Absolutely gorgeous.
And having a chance to kind of wander around and look at the art while you're waiting is just, when it's time for the race to come, you're almost sorry.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't be, really, because you also get to run through some beautiful old parts of historic Buffalo too. For example, you get to run past Frank Lloyd Wright House in Buffalo. It's absolutely one of the most famous architects in all of U.S. history. So there's a lot of older Buffalo that you get to run through as well. Before, of course, you cross that famous International Peace Bridge and get to run your last 19 miles right along the Niagara River.
Every bit of it is just as scenic as can be, and so people get good times on it because there's such a long straightaway.
Well, we do see a lot of personal bests on it. As you know, it's a flat downhill course, and I like to tell everybody that for the most part the wind's off your left shoulder, so it's at your back. But every now and again, Mother Nature messes me up. But for the most part, yes, it's a flat downhill fast course.
Well, it is a race that you'll want to try, and you'll certainly want to try it again with the relay if you've never done it. So thank you for talking with us about your very cool new medals.
Thank you, Jenny. Good to see you again.
We just found a race that looks really interesting. We're here with Sally, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the Stomp the Grapes Half Marathon in Hartville, Ohio.
Hi, my name is Sally, and my husband and I put on this race called Stomp the Grapes. It is a half marathon, and you can also have a 3-person team relay. It is, of course, at a winery, which, of course, leads to fun. So after the race, it is in November. It does start at 2. We have large bonfires, lots of food, music, of course, wine, and it's just an all-around good time. Last year we had to close it because there were so many people. This year we've hopefully changed the course to accommodate more folks. So you can sign up at www.Stomp the Grapes Half Marathon, and if you want to run and have some fun, come visit us. Again, it's November 5th of this year, and it starts at 2 o'clock.
Well, Sally, it does sound like fun. Tell us a little bit about what people can find with the course. Most of us in Michigan think of Ohio as mostly flat.
There are some hills and some elevation in it. I do believe if you go online, it does have a map that would show you that. It is a rural area. It runs through what is known as the muck in Hartville, and it's totally black soil where they have fabulous crops. Hartville is known for a flea market. It's had that for years and years and years. There's a huge Hartville kitchen where there's indoor shopping, so there's a lot to see there. The course, I say, again, is more rural, so it's very pretty. It's relaxing, and you don't have to fight the traffic.
It sounds like a lot of fun. And so where's Hartville?
Hartville is in between Akron and Canton, Ohio. Off of a main route, B43, or if you'd come down 77, you could catch it from there off of 619.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of things to do, including you could probably swing by and catch the Football Hall of Fame.
Yes, you could do that also. And the winery itself, Mays Valley, has a really, really nice farm market there with all kinds of gifts and fun things. They're known for their sweet corn, which obviously November won't be there. But they have a lot of really good salad dressings and fun things, so a lot of people buy a lot of wine.
I imagine after a race is a good time to do that. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you. Thanks for interviewing me. It was nice to meet you.
You too. All right. We're here with Gary Brimmer, who travels around the world telling people about the stick.
Right.
And I've seen you all in Texas and anyway, lots of places.
Right.
So tell us about why people would want a stick.
Well, the stick is a self-massage tool that runners would use in their daily training before and after they work out. And this would just be for maintenance. It helps you stretch the muscles, identify trigger points or tight spots in the muscles, helps loosen the muscles up, helps you with part of your warm-up, and helps you with part of your cool-down. If a runner has some injuries, some issues going on, it also helps the runners treat those injuries, helps them recover those injuries a little bit quicker. And so, we have a lot of different models of sticks, and that lends some confusion sometimes to the runners. And the big difference is overall length, overall flexibility. Most runners need just a moderate flexible stick. The most popular one that we sell at Expos is the shorter, moderate flexible stick. Stiff enough to get in the large muscle groups like the hamstrings and quads and glutes, but still flexible enough that you can do your calves and your shins as well. So have people come in and come talk to us, and we'll explain the product to them, and we'll sell them a stick.
Well, I do know that people who have them are just thrilled. It really makes a big difference because they can do it themselves.
Absolutely, and that's the big thing. You can take the product with you, take the stick with you. I think that's why the shorter version one tends to sell better. It fits in a bag real well. But the thing is, we're in the NFL. We're in the Olympic training facility. The NFL purchases about 2,000 pieces from us every year before training camp and hands them to their athletes. The athletes love them, so very, very popular product, very, very cost-effective product as well.
Well, it sure is. Well, Gary, it's fun to see you here in, where are we, Cleveland.
Yes, it's great. Very good to see you as well. We're in Cleveland this week.
Take care.
Thank you.
We are here with Bill Ewing to talk about the Detroit Free Press Talmer Bank Marathon. And Bill, I got to tell you, it's still my favorite marathon course of any ever.
Well, thank you, Jenny. We certainly
the same as the last
try to
couple
make
of
it
years,
as diverse
so,
as possible
we're
and an
looking
interesting course each year. Fortunately, it looks like we're going to get to keep the course. Forward to putting on a great event again
certainly
this year. Happy
Well, I
to have
had
Talmer
to
Bank
think twice
come
about
on
the
board
name
with
because
us
there's
this
a
year.
new sponsor, Talmer Bank, and that's a big change.
Yes, it is, and we're here as the co-title sponsor, and we've got a new logo and a new name.
And the logo is kind of cool because it really features the bridge, which I think is, well, it's the start of the marathon, and you go over the Ambassador Bridge with the sun coming up.
Yes, it's certainly a favorite with our runners to be able to see the sun coming up over the bridge and to run down the waterfront in Windsor. And it's quite thrilling to be able to do that at that time of day.
It is, and then after that, you get the Windsor waterfront itself is a sculpture park, and you've got the underwater mile, and you get to run around Belle Isle, and I can't really think of a race that has so many different things going on.
Well, we certainly try to feature all aspects of Detroit in all areas. So we've got 3 great neighborhoods in Mexican Town, Corktown, and Indian Village. And each one of those communities embrace the race and help us put it on each year.
And way back when, it was kind of a small race, but it's not small anymore.
No, it's not. It certainly has presented challenges, the increased field. We expect as many as 20,000 this year in the field. And that's good for us, but it also presents logistical concerns, and of course we take those seriously and plan for the best.
Well, planning is a big deal for this race because you have to work with Homeland Security and with the officials in the city of Windsor as well as the city of Detroit, right?
Yes, that's correct, and it is a large coordination effort. But we're certainly pleased with the support that we get from all of those agencies.
Well, there it is. You got to try it. The Detroit Free Press Talmer Bank Marathon. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Jenny.